Сейчас пока включим.
Андриановки in Russia's people are getting ready for festive celebrations there. Look, lovely there on a real wintry scene. Hello to you, Katrina. So many villages in Russia, of course. Tell us what you've done in your travel around 700 kilometers from Moscow.
Everything seems to be very special about the place we're in now. Well, I could say that I'm actually in the middle of nowhere, but believe it or not, I'm really liking it. We have come 670 kilometers away from Moscow. We are now in central Russia, southeast of the Russian capital. It took us some 10 hours to get here to drive here from the Russian capital. One could hardly imagine a more picturesque venue to celebrate the new year here in the village. It's indeed great scenery with snow-covered houses and landscapes here. We were taken aback by the local beauties. This could be considered by many as just a regular village in the middle of nowhere, somewhere in a remote region of Russia, if not for one of its local residents, which really made a big, huge PR campaign for his village where he comes from. What he did, he created a website, and now this village is the only one in Russia which has its own website, despite the fact that just a few of its residents have internet access. And there he posts daily news about lives and problems of locals. The website gains a huge popularity and it makes tons of on the internet. A lot of people now want to come to this place to get this Russian culture indulgence. I'd say that Андриановка really looks like a replica of Soviet time provincial Russia. It's indeed great here, and people have already started preparing for the main New Year festivities. Karen?
So looking over your shoulder, it does look a bit quiet at the moment. And just take me through the time zones. There are, of course, 11 time zones in Russia, so the very far east of the country. That's already welcomed in the New Year. Have you actually hit the New Year there or not yet? Is that why it's quiet?
Well, it doesn't really look quiet. It may look quiet on the outside, but from what we could see from the local recreation center, it's the only entertainment here in the village. It's really very lively inside. They've already had a concert, and we witnessed some magic appearances of Russian version of Santa Claus, Ded Moroz, Father Frost, with his snow-made Snegurочка, and they presented kids with some presents. Here you can see Bengal lights. And have been done to me. People seem to be very, very excited about the festivities because it's actually the main holiday for many of them to perform, to sing songs, to read some poems, and they seem to be very much excited. As for the main festivities, they will start at around 11 p.m. when families will gather at one big table and they will then try some of the feasts which their grandmothers and mothers cooked for them. And sharp at midnight they will listen to the Kremlin chimes and then to the Russian hymn. And also it's traditionally believed that it's good luck if you listen to the speech of the Russian president 5 minutes prior to the midnight. This year is a remarkable year since it's the first address of Dmitry Medvedev as the head of state. People here in Андриановка village await eagerly the moment when he starts speaking. They expect him to talk about the achievements of the year and also to wish good luck to everyone. They will then of course pass bottles of champagne, Russian sparkling wine and toast for the old year and wish each other good luck. We'll bring you certainly live reports from one of local houses here. We've already received invitations.
And raising a glass of champagne too. Good to see you, Katrina, tonight. Oh, I gather you talked to a lot of people there as well. Sorry, I was cutting off in your prime there. I gather you talked to quite a few people out there. This is what they had to say.
We lived in a couple of houses and we could see people preparing for the festivities. We could see them cooking, cleaning out the apartments, decorating New Year trees in their backyards and in houses. I talked to a couple of villagers who are old-time villagers here in Андриановка in the Tambov region, and they told me how this year's celebration differs from what New Year celebrations were like some 50 years ago. So it's quite interesting story.
Это ему 70 лет.
This story is 70 years old. I got it in 1947 when I was finishing school. And every year I put it on my tree and look at it. It's a lot better now. Years ago we used to starve and had to eat whatever we could find. At that time we didn't have any presents.
From the new year, first and foremost, we are expecting calmness, tranquility in our family, stability. What have we seen from the previous year? We've lost our jobs. Now me and my husband have to work in Moscow, but we are still getting ready for the new year, preparing a concert. There aren't many people here, so we offer our help.
Kenny, you are talking financial meltdown and some gas disputes. So you see there are still places in Russia where these words seem to be from another world.
You've got to have a bit of humour, you've got to enjoy yourself and let your head down sometimes, it's not all about awful bad news. A capturing a good chunk of life from Андриановки in Russian town language, and thank you, I'll play back to you later. As I say, raising a glass of champagne to you. Right, well, back to that top news story, fan reaction, of course, to